Welcome back to another episode of Talking Tarkov. I'm the EarLegAthlete here with,
Hey Dizzle.
and today we're less than a month away from 1.0. We just got a new Season 1 Arena Battle Pass and the start of the Halloween event. But before we get started, I want to mention that November 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live right here on YouTube playing in the Sherpa Hub Arena Tournament. So be sure to stop by and check it out. All right, let's get right to it. So last week for the podcast, we ended up having the interview with Trent and Afraid, right? Which was awesome, by the way. If you guys haven't seen that yet, definitely go check that out.
Check it out.
That was a good one. That was a really good episode.
A lot of good information in there. Stuff that you don't get just normally. It's inside information that those two had, so
yeah, they're both
worth
emissaries
watching.
for Tarkov. They're pretty close in the to the BSG shell, right?
Yeah, they're kind of like in the BSG clique, they know all the guys, so.
But yeah, we were able to discuss a lot of stuff with them, go over, some 1.0 things, some criminal stuff, talked a lot about Arena and, just the community in general, the Sherpa Hub, emissaries, tarkov.community, because those guys are also the creators of that as well.
Yeah.
So again, it's just
very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just chock full of information. There's so much stuff to it. There's a lot. But we ended up missing on Nikileak, and we want to go back over that. So while this may be, a few days old, it's still relatively new. Came out October 19th, so it's a week old, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. Let me get audio, make sure it's set correct. All right, cool. Right off the rip, we see actually we see a couple things, and I hope this is an option that we get with 1.0, but we have the AS Val mod 0.4, right? Pretty sick, looks awesome. Before we get into that, the background is like a gorgeous skybox, right? If they would let us have some sort of background for our weapon mods, as simple and stupid as that may sound, it's just a fucking screensaver. That would be sick. Even if it's just default options. Awesome. Like, that's so cool looking. That looks great.
Like fire red clouds. And it looks awesome.
It really, really does. If they would just let us have stuff like that, dude, that'd be insane. Like, with every prestige or certain tasks, like, just like you get your hideout stuff, you know what I mean? Like your hideout customization stuff. Let us have some fucking weapon or editing customization too.
I feel like for sure we're getting that. I think that's definitely something that's coming. Because you know what I mean? I feel like that's part of the tease also.
Right.
With that, like the weapon and the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope so. I really, really hope so. Because I'm like super into this. This looks sick. But yeah. There's the AS Val mod 4. Is that a 40 round mag in the mod or in the Val?
It looks like it. It does look like it.
Because that is
looks
extra
like
long.
Mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like an extended mag, and I'm still unsure if it's an integrated suppressor like normal.
Yeah,
or if
I'm not sure.
Because it looks like it is.
It looks like
now that I'm looking at it. Yeah,
but it looks like
there's suppressed. It's just
there's a can, or there's like some slotted ports, some air ports probably, like for ejection and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe.
It almost looks like a muzzle brake and less of a suppressor now.
And that's what I was saying. I was hoping to get an unsuppressed version just to have it because, it's not something you ever see.
Right. Well, no, it's definitely suppressed.
Yeah,
if you at the straight view, you can see, it's got like the chunky fucking steel around it.
Yeah.
It's definitely surrounded by a can. It just has like some ports at the end of the muzzle. But it does look sick.
That mag does look extra long. That does.
Yeah, I do think it's a 40, and I wouldn't be surprised too. Like they may add just a regular barrel for the Val. I don't know if that's a thing. I honestly haven't looked into it. And maybe a couple muzzle devices for it, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I would guess that there's some kind of modification to just strip the suppressor off and just
run regular
barrel. Yeah.
We have a handguard for it now, so.
Well, this whole thing, I mean, pretty much everything's modified. You got your handguard, you got your pistol grip, you got your butt stock.
Oh yeah, we can actually
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new
That's
lower.
yeah, that's completely different. I just noticed the entirety of
Yeah.
it. One, we can swap the pistol grip and have a different buttstock on it. Sick. Two,
Yeah.
that mag receiver well is different from from the AS
Yeah.
Val, which it could be part of the handguard, I suppose. I'm not sure, but that looks clean. Uh,
Even the upper is different.
it it's got the
It,
mount.
it is. Yeah, it's different because it's got. We could never put iron sights on it before with
Well, I think that's part of
uh,
the. Is that part of the handguard
scopes.
rail, or is that its own mount to it? Because there's like these little pieces, or is this like one entire piece, right?
Yeah, it might stretch back,
Because
but I mean,
the dust cover looks the same, but this definitely either way we
there's
can put sights on the
white.
AS Val.
Well, it looks like there's white lettering right above the trigger, so I think it might be a whole piece. Because is that white lettering that's
Right
above the
here,
trigger? Or am I just seeing things?
these
I can't
spots.
see what you're.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, those spots. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the mount for like the dovetails.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure that's the dovetail mount because the dust cover looks pretty similar. I'm. It's either a mount for the dust cover in some way, but that wouldn't make sense because the mounts for the dovetail are there, so it would have to be connected here, not on the other side. I'm gonna assume this is all one solid piece. We could probably find out with a quick Google
Yeah,
search, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it was all new, upper, lower,
everything
everything.
so far, everything looks new on this mod except for the upper, or at least the dust cover. The upper could be different. I wouldn't be
Right.
too surprised, but the dust cover's the same. It's the AS one. Even the suppressor, you know what I mean? It's got the muzzle brake ports and stuff like that, and then you've got. I assume this is elongated, but it looks like it separates right there. It looks like the rail
Yeah.
separates off from it, so I'm not too sure. No, it doesn't, does it? Wait, no, yeah, I don't know. I think this might be one piece, but at the same time, there's a clear line that cuts through all this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. We'll have to look into it. But
Yeah,
yeah, do you think that's the 40? Do you think it's a 40 round mag for the ASVAL?
I do. Yeah, I
I think
do.
so too. I don't remember how far
Which
the
is
30
awesome.
sits out, but I don't believe it's that long at all.
I
Like,
mean, the 30s are already long because obviously the 9x39 is a huge round, so it's like
right.
30 round mags are already huge, but
I
that
thought
does
it
look
cut off
longer.
closer to
That
the
looks.
handguard. You know what I mean? Like a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
below it. That's cool though. That is cool.
Yeah.
What color is this?
It's just white. It's just black and white. It's not colored.
Okay. I was gonna say if this is like snow stuff, but I couldn't tell if it was like just the rendering of the item itself and
Yeah,
no color and detail put to
I
it.
just don't think it's.
Is
Yeah, I
that the
don't think
Stitch
it's textured
Profi?
yet. Looks like it.
Because this is last week's. This might be the new camouflage for the Stitch Profi that they put into the arena stuff. Maybe that's what
Yeah,
they were getting ready to tease.
yeah, yeah. Could be.
Because this is right before, this is 2 days before or 3 days before arena season 1. It kind of looks like the Stitch Profi, and they introduced like a green.
Didn't they have two or three different colors?
They might have. The one I'm thinking of is it's like the urban camo, the digital camo.
Yeah,
This is Ground Zero. This is at the Tokyo Game Show. They have the
yeah.
shotgun ASMR playing in the background. Is it maybe my collar's just I'm colorblind. We're not going to pay much attention. I was thinking like is the brick really that color? Is that like what the game actually
Well,
looks
wait
like?
a minute. That's a design. That's a new colorful design.
It's not what it looks like over there, right? This is if you are standing there facing the terror group building, it would be behind you on your right. So if you turn
Yeah,
and like that's the ramp running down, and this is where you can come up the stairs off the left hand side and come up and into here. And then it's the long hall down into like the where the wine bottle or not the wine bottle, where the wine bottle's right across the street.
yeah. I never noticed all that
Yeah, this looks different.
color before.
Yeah. Which I'm colorblind, so
It's
my
got
color
some
settings
orange,
in
some
game are
blue.
weird.
It's got gold, orange, blue, and like white.
It'd
It's
be
definitely
playing the 1.0 build of
colorful.
it. You know what I mean? Just like the
Yeah, yeah,
finished product.
absolutely.
This is all season 1 arena stuff. Nothing new on
Yeah,
the
the
gun
helmet.
per se, but the helmet, the pants, the armor with the
Yeah,
tiger
the
stripe paint on it
yeah.
now. Yeah, it's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that the tiger stripe.
Dude, it looks sick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
There's a lot of really cool rewards in season 1 battle pass. And then here's this.
Yeah, got to be the ship, right?
It's got to be the ship. I would imagine it's the ship. It looks
Yeah,
very. If it's not the ship, what else could it be? Right. That's where I've been trying to go. And my only other thought is
Terminal
terminal.
somewhere.
Yeah, underground
Yeah,
terminal. But as far as we know, we haven't heard anything about that.
it's got parking spaces and
That's what makes me
uh,
think it's inland.
arrows for direction.
Right. But it could be a
Well,
ship and just a
could
depot. Right.
yeah, yeah, it could be where like that ship's definitely big enough to have vehicles and things. So
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, if it's a military ship or at least a cargo ship disguised or a military ship disguised as a cargo ship or whatever the situation may be. I know it had cargo on it at one point. Um,
yeah, we've
it
already seen
would
the
it would
helipad
make
on the
perfect
top.
sense.
So
Yeah, it would make sense for military vehicles to be parked in there and them to have like a depot, kind of like a
yeah,
reserve bunker depot type situation.
yeah,
Um, we are supposedly getting the reserve rework. This could potentially be in line with
yeah.
that, but the way everything's rolling, and haven't had any confirmation on when we're getting reserve rework, if it started, any progress on it. We know nothing about any of the reworks or expansions to maps as of now. The what we do know is the icebreaker ship has been getting teased a lot. And the last previous few things that we had seen ended up being the icebreaker ship. So this kind of falls in line with what we'd already seen from everything else. It looks very similar. Uh, I think so. Yeah. There is a character model down here that they like the ones they use just for placeholders,
Yeah,
and that's another giveaway is how tall everything is. Right.
yeah.
Really makes me think ship. I mean, look at that, dude. That is so huge. That's got to be the icebreaker ship.
That's huge. Yeah.
It's fucking massive. More Tarkov stuff. Probably nothing too revealing. That we'll see out of any of
I think
that.
that's the ship too. That's the icebreaker.
I thought this was. You mean
Right
this
there,
thing?
yeah. It's a bunch of people
Yeah,
in there working.
working and shit. Yeah.
That
This is
yeah.
also the ship.
This guy right here.
Are they making him do like Michael Jackson dance moves or something, and we're only seeing a partial bit of it? This
Dude,
is.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. All right, so we're gonna let this play out. A couple
They've been doing
things.
some odd things with
Yeah,
characters.
a,
So
a couple things. Right. First is that uh, we've seen a lot of weird animation, a lot of weird stuff. There's another one coming up, and then the other thing is pay attention to the gun here. Do you notice anything awkward about that?
not only does it just fly around and just go into the air with no one touching it, but it also has two handguards.
It has two hand guards,
Or not two handguards, but two
two
grips.
foregrips. Yeah, two foregrips.
Yeah.
It looks like a stock M4 with the carry handle removed. Still has the. Actually, it doesn't. It wouldn't even be the same handguard. It would. Anyways, it has two fucking foregrips,
Yeah.
and it's just floating around. And then this guy's doing some kind of weird like thriller dance move or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's absurd. It's so hard to tell.
You did mention earlier when we were talking about it that they possibly are testing ragdolls, and I like that. I think that makes sense. Some of the crazy
Nothing
things
else
we've
really
seen,
does.
yeah, they could just be testing the limits of the characters to see, what crazy positions they can
If
end
hit
up in, and
here and this happens, like
yeah,
what scenario from the legs, if these get taken out off the left side, right? Um, and then you can
that
kind
would
of
be
correct
cool.
it and
Shoot
coerce
someone
it
in
from there.
Tarkov, and you just watch them like tumble over a cliff and just roll down a hill, and like
Yeah,
not only are they just sliding like they normally do, they're actually rolling, and
yeah,
like
like
limbs
real
are going
ragdoll
everywhere, and
animation. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
you take their legs out. They like fly forward, not for fly,
yeah.
but like obviously their legs get taken out and they fall
Right.
forward,
You
right?
see
Like
the yeah, you
yeah,
see the impact, like
yeah,
actually, like
push their legs back and up, and yeah, yeah, it would be
yeah,
cool. It would be cool.
yeah,
And then we have this. This is very interesting. I have a guess. and I don't know if it's a good guess, but I have a guess. We just get a quick view of that. It's just down this hall, and that's pretty much all we see. Um, but I am curious. What do you think this might be? Which you already know what my guess is,
I
but
honestly don't know. Yeah, I know what your guess is, but I'm leaning towards I don't know, either something completely new or reserve.
ooh,
Because you think about the trains on reserve. It's like, is this because we
this is
heard
like a
about the
new, yeah.
reserve expansion. So it's like, is
Well,
this a new
supposedly a
area that
full
the train
rework,
travels?
not just an expansion, but like a
Yeah,
full rework.
yeah.
So that
Well,
actually
and we
might
were
make more
also
sense
told
than
at
my
one
thought.
point the train might not matter, because we were also told at one point that every map was going to have a train.
That's also true.
That was
That would be a
Yeah,
way
that
out
was
on
going to be
every
an
map.
extract
Yeah.
possibility on every map. Yes.
And there
So,
are
and if you notice, all
railways that
maps
go
do have
through
train
every map.
tracks. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lighthouse? Where's
So it's
Lighthouse's
like
train tracks? Oh, never mind.
Lighthouse
They're at
train
the very
tracks are
back.
back at
Yeah,
the.
never mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
You can
but that
already leave on a
almost.
train on Lighthouse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never go out that way, dude. Never. If I
I
am
don't
over that
either.
way, I just go out Northern Road or whatever. So my thought
Yeah,
is
take the car
Lighthouse,
extract.
right? And now that I think about it, with the tracks already there, this could absolutely be a tunnel to avoid rogues because I think that was some of the conversation. It was like we don't always want to be forced to fight rogues. It cuts off a portion of the map from usage and like things like that, right? So my idea is the lighthouse map as it sits. You have the tunnel where the co-op extract is. They open that up and expand under Chalet 1, under Chalet 2, and essentially all the way through under Village, and potentially bring you out somewhere. Originally out the side of the mountain at Village, but maybe they could have a connecting point for the railway to run through. With the full rework coming, we also don't know what the shape of the island or the map is going to be. We don't know what the layout is going to change in what way, where things are going to get placed, and how we're going to be able to move through the map. So I don't know. My first thought was tunnel on lighthouse. The structure is already essentially there. You just need to hollow out that mountainside, clear a path through it, and put your layout to it.
Yeah.
But that would also be a very narrow, long open. Like if this is unless it expands out wider and turns into more railways potentially with walls and cover and ways to maneuver through, it would be a death trap. As you start to come in, people would
Yeah.
probably have line of sight on you pretty early, and it would probably be pretty rough to traverse through. I don't know, but I you said reserve, and the train system already essentially runs all the way through there. The D2 Underground needs a good rework as it is. Like I love that area for whatever fucking reason. When I'm playing Tarkov, if I go to D2 now and I start PvPing down there, I know how to PvP on that spot. Like I know how to move. I'm like
Right.
playing. I don't want to say Chad, but I'm like I feel like I play somewhat Chad like when I'm on
Feel
in
comfortable
D2.
down there.
Yeah, because like I'm
Yeah.
moving, I'm using flashlight, I'm using my grenades, like I use all my resources and all the tools and doorways, and like I peek and I do all these things like right way, and like I just play so much differently down in D2, and I don't understand why, but I really enjoy it. But I also understand it's kind of a convoluted mess and it's pretty congested, and there's a lot to it. And I think that's why I've been able to open up so much on it, because I've one, this wipe, I don't give a shit about my stats. I don't care if I live or die. I don't care what happens. I don't care what
Mm.
kid I'm running. It just doesn't matter. Two, I think I like how tight and narrow it is, because I know if I hear somebody on that hallway down there, there's only so many ways they can get to me. So I'm able to start being a little more aggressive. And that may be what like forces me or pushes me into playing like that. But it's funny. I get down there and I just start running. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kill everything in here. I don't care. Everything dies. Everything dies. You know what I mean? It's weird, but I do. But anyways, when you said reserve, like it clicked. Like absolutely, dude. We know there's a rework coming. We know that they want to make major changes. We know that there's already an established rail system that runs through there and is pretty heavily like played on. That would
Well,
this
if you remember, we were also told that all of the underground bunkers were going to be used. Like there was going to be a
right.
passageway connecting all of them.
That's
So
true.
this could be one of those passageways. So this could technically be on any map. It could even be on Streets. Like Streets has those tunnels, and they might put a train
That's
system
a good
there.
point.
Like
Well, and
Yeah, it could go so many different
if it's a
ways.
terror group setup too, it would make sense for it to be pretty bare bone. This actually, you know what? This kind of fits in line with some of the story stuff, with like the layout and things, just like in
Yeah,
general.
how they would travel. Yeah,
Yeah. And they had said like some of these tunnels were massive. With I don't know if they said railways, but I think they had said you could drive in them and things, like you could move freely through them.
right.
So you know what? Yeah, this could be another labyrinth
We
type
just don't
scenario
know
too.
how
Like
far
this
they're
is how
going.
we. Yeah, that's the thing, right? With 1.0 so close, like.
Yeah,
And we also, with Trent and Afraid, they had mentioned that there are going to be new ways to play the raid and new reasons to stay in longer. And the way that we go about, our raids in general is going to change. Not like majorly, but also they didn't say that. So we don't know exactly. Just to go to the
yeah,
extreme side of the tinfoil hat, like if you can gain access to this area from any map and start, like if there's only certain times that you can get in there because it's late, and like this is how you progress from map to map. This is the new like transit system. Since all the bunkers and everything's connected, there's ways to different like locations. That might, like I said, this is the far end of the tinfoil hat. But if you dial that back a bit, like there's some solid idea behind it. Like, maybe not we can go to any map through here. We can just traverse down the hallway and pick a door, right? Like, obviously, I don't think that would
right.
be the case. But, like, if every map has a form of this to set you up for transit to the
Right.
next map, or to set you up for a train ride to the next map or something, like,
Right. It could all of them could be locked behind like bunker doors. You have to get a key card, and the key card gives you access to, you get a one-way extract that nobody else can use. It's like the train's there, and it's like it's used once per map or once per raid, and it's like you got to get a special key to get in there, and it's like maybe that's going to be like just a cutscene. Like when you take it, you go down there, and it just shows you this, and it shows you
yeah, this
getting
is you
on it, and
loading into
leaving.
the
Like
next
there's
map.
so
Yeah.
many. Yeah, there's so many different things it could be, man. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely cool, and it definitely goes with the lore. And I feel like we've heard from them that trains would be used on more maps. We've
Right.
also heard that tunnel systems will be used. Um, we've heard like the bunkers on like Woods and Reserve, and all of them were going to get expanded. And like
Yeah.
so, it's like we just don't.
We
It's just
don't
hard,
know.
so
We
hard to
don't
tell.
know.
Yeah,
1.0 is right around the corner. I guarantee you, some pretty major changes to the way we play the game.
yeah,
We know for a fact are the way we look at and proceed through and finish raids is going to be different.
yeah.
We know
And we
that.
already know Nikita's going to hide a bunch of stuff too. So a lot of
Yeah.
stuff's going to be new that no one knows about. So
Yeah.
it's like you're going to be learning things at the same time as everyone else, and you're going to have to find things. You can't just look them up on the wiki because the wiki's not going to even know what they are
Yeah,
yet.
not
So it's
immediately,
like
not
it's
day one.
exciting. Yeah. Yeah.
There's 100% going to be major changes to 1.0 without a doubt. What they
Yeah.
are, we're still on the fence guessing about, but that's half the fun, and always has been half the fun. Even before we started the podcast, like we would discuss things in depth to a degree, like what we thought could be
Yeah.
coming and what we would like to see, and just like things like that. So this has always been like just a fun part of the chase with Tarkov. And it's also nice to know that after 1.0, we still have, multiple years at minimum planned
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
content and story direction and stuff. So that's just really cool too, and like more speculation to come. But like, think about it, man. Day one, you load in, you start doing your stuff. We have tasks or whatever it may be, however we start in whatever scenario we're in, and if we have access to a hideout or not, or maybe even like we have to
Yeah.
find and get to our hideout, and it's on customs, and like,
Yeah.
well, let's move.
For the
Let's
first time in a long time, you're going to absolutely like have no idea what's going
yeah,
on,
we just won't know.
which is wild.
It's
And
exciting.
it's why I'm so glad that Nikita's the way he is, where yeah, he shows us a lot, but he also holds a lot back. And he wants us to be surprised, and that's so good for, 1.0 because
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that probably would have been ruined, but because he's been so secretive, it's like we're probably going to have a lot of surprises.
absolutely. I mean, we've already had a few thrown our way, just spoilers for quote unquote in-game content, and that feels like pretty suspicious in my book. And I know that, sure, some of these things are the way we're going to exit, and those are probably without a doubt in-game scenarios. But it's like, if they're so willing to be like, oh yeah, here's a couple of the season, Jesus, here's a couple of the last things that you're gonna do to escape Tarkov. Here's this ship that is your way out. Here's this from 1.0 teaser terminal stuff that everybody's getting to play at these conventions. Here's all this, and you guys can talk about it freely. Like that's like, what? Why? You've kept everything so tight-lipped for so long, and now you're like spoiling the endings. Sure, it's only 2 that we know of. Maybe you could say 3, like dying in terminal is ending 1, escaping terminal is ending 2, icebreaker ship is ending 3, and then something else is ending 4. But it's like, what have they got planned to the point that they're like, we don't care to spoil these endings for you because there's other stuff that's going to blow you away, I think.
Well, it almost makes me think that there's probably more than 4 endings,
potentially
and they're just telling us
hidden
about 4 endings,
right?
Yeah, I
Certain
guarantee you
tasks
there's
that we
hidden
may
endings.
do,
Like,
certain
there
ways we
has to be.
play that may be specific endings.
Right.
Yeah, it's the road continues to wind and curve and turn, and there's no end in sight.
Well, and I feel like that's why they'd be so careless with, showing so much info about the endings, is
right.
because,
That's
what better
only
way
a
to
small amount of
make you
it.
think you know everything when in reality it's like there's way more.
Yeah, you know what we gave you, and that's it. Um,
Yeah.
we still have another one of these to get through, so
But,
we're gonna move on a little bit because we're gonna
well,
be right
last
back on
thing
this
on that
topic in a
though,
second. Go ahead.
like Nikita always said though, is most people aren't even going to see any of these endings. So
That's true.
it's like that's probably part of it too. Is like
You gotta have that
he
dog in you
knows
to get
not
this
many
shit
people are going to
done.
make it. Yeah.
It's true. That's true. Maybe let him see it because it doesn't matter. You're not going to find out all the information because you're never going to actually get there.
Here's
I mean,
Zerachi filming people in the gym.
yeah, he's harassed. Look, he's got his hand out. He's like, "Pay me, pay me."
Yep. He walks around and films people.
It was on the ship. So a couple
Hand
noticeable things
warmers.
here. Yeah, most importantly is that, right? And then you have like the whatever that insignia may be, some kind of
St. Jude
crusader or
emblem.
something, St. Jude, yeah, fucking who knows. But hand warmers, it's an insignia of some sort. It's probably a military patch if I had to guess. I'm sure we could find out, but and then you have more of this looks like the Cryptech camouflages, like what they added with Season 1 Battle Pass stuff. And then these are the digital or urban camo pants. Well, they're like the woodland collars, but digital. I actually kind of like this. I've always said that too. Like with the digital camos, if they were anything but gray, I would like them a lot. Because I don't hate the
There's
print,
so many
right?
outfits.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy the
It's
amount of
just
stuff we
like
have in
there's so
Tarkov.
many outfits now.
And
Yeah, so many. It's
I
so
do
crazy
love
because we
it
went so many years.
with
We
bare
went like
bones. Yeah.
6 years with all the same outfits, and nothing was added, nothing was changed. And then over the last like 5 years, so much stuff, or 4 years, so much stuff has been added. Over the last year,
Even
so
just
much stuff has
yeah,
been added.
yeah. I mean, since the Battle Pass implementation, it's been balls to the wall of just clothing options. I mean, even before that, they
Right.
had introduced like the
Yeah,
Deadly
even when
Frog with
they
the winter stuff, and then like
yeah,
the
they
winter
started
outfits, and
allowing purchases on the website, and
yeah,
like before that it was like you knew what the sets of gear you could get. You knew all
yeah,
the clothing, and you were always working towards,
unlocking the
getting
puffy
the
jacket
final
and unlocking the
yeah,
yeah
or getting the what's the name of the black pants for USEC,
urban
and
responders.
then the gray, yeah, and then the sweatshirt. Like
Yeah,
that was the main thing to get to. And
absolutely
then the killer outfit, if you could actually do it, was like,
right.
a very rare thing someone would
Yeah,
wear. But now it's like
common.
there's so many combinations. We've
Yeah,
seen variations of the killer outfit too.
yeah,
So we know
yeah.
there's going to be variations of
More
that you can get.
sweatsuits coming or tracksuits
Yeah.
coming of varying colors, camouflage,
Yeah.
red, white, and black. Like white
Yep.
top, black pants. We, and then like the cultist jacket came in, and then you get like the USEC
Yeah.
day off and the bear vacation, and Like all these,
Now we got the Miami
yeah, the Miami
vacation
brushstroke,
and
and yeah, like a bunch of really cool stuff. And then on top of that, 2 battle passes worth of fucking cosmetics, just like random shirts and pants and hats and face masks and helmet colors and variations. And there's
yeah,
so much
so
variety, and
much
it's something
stuff.
we asked for so long. And it's something that like I vividly remember being like, dude, I wish that we had more clothing options. I
Yeah,
I can't wait to be able to like, I want to be able to wear a camouflage helmet to match this. I want to be able to wear this to match this and this and this. Now, if they just give us glove hand customization, dude, game over. Like I'll
yeah.
be so happy, and a ghillie suit. I really want a ghillie suit, dude. I'll take all the
I mean,
debuffs, no
Zerachi
backpack.
will probably be able to get his outfit, I would imagine, which is
I
pretty
hope
much a
so,
ghillie suit.
dude. Yeah, I hope it'd be sick. I would love to have a ghillie suit. I would be a sniper rat every fucking day of my life. Yeah, so a bunch of new stuff here. I didn't see any of this in the tactical map or the battle pass. This might be a skin that goes up for sale on the website. This may be something that just comes with 1.0. Who knows?
Oh, one more thing, Sturman outfit needs to
Oh
be
yeah,
available
yeah,
too.
which they have said the Sturman jacket is coming to the
Yeah,
game. So
yeah,
I would imagine maybe even like some of all the boss clothings. You know what I
yeah,
mean? To a degree.
yep.
And then we have this. We were kind of speculating on it earlier, and the only thing we could do was come up with something funny, but we don't know if it's to be taken seriously. Um, this is also 1000% just out of our own minds. We have zero information on this picture. This could just be another situation of ragdoll testing or bug testing, and they were just like, "Oh, this is hilarious! Look at this! Ha ha ha! I can still shoot my gun." He's like aiming it around and stuff. Who knows? But we just jokingly said, "What if this is what happens when cheaters get caught cheating in a raid? Like their character just melts, and they're just this long noodle thing, and you can spot them, so you can." Laugh at them or something, because Nikita said that they have something special planned for cheater scum. So we were just mostly joking around. I genuinely have no idea. If I had to guess, bug testing and stuff like that, I would say.
Well, it's like because you can look down there and you see two people laying there, one arm stretched out. He's still got his hand on the pistol grip of the gun. Like it's very strange because the characters are like halfway melted into the ground.
Right.
It looks like they're on what is that streets?
Streets or the arena map potentially. Kind of looks like the arena
And is
layout
that
for Fort or Iceberg.
okay? And are those just shadows that are
I
also
think
like in
so.
between
Yeah.
them?
Yeah. I think that's like a pipe
'Cause I thought
shadow,
the
but
one looked like an IFAC
this right here.
or an AFAC. I mean,
That
yeah,
is so. This is the arena then. I think this is the arena map for sure. I think this is
that's the
Iceberg.
table. Yeah,
That's
with
the
an AFAC
table.
laying
Yeah.
there.
I
Yeah.
but
Okay.
like the
Yeah.
stuff on the ground next to them are definitely shadows, odd as they may be. But yeah, it's awkward. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Definitely
do
strange.
notice like there's like some camouflages and stuff. He's got like the battle pass gloves on, maybe like the Halloween stuff.
He's
Maybe I
yeah.
don't know. This has the arm pad things on it, so it's just maybe it was like an arena teaser, and they were like, "Oh, before they come up with the new boss idea, maybe this is what they were going to use." I don't
Well,
know.
and just while we're talking, the reason we're speculating so much is because we've got increasingly more and more like weird pictures like this from
Yeah.
NikiLeaks, and it's stuff they never used to ever like have. And after, over the last probably 3 weeks, we've started getting more and more, and it seems like it's either showing bugs they're fixing, or number two, showing like ragdoll physics they're testing, which this one doesn't really add up to that. This looks more like number three, which might be what happens to cheaters, where they'll spawn in and they just get all like out of whack. They get stuck in the ground, their arms get all stretched out, they can't do anything, like they're just stuck there, and you can just walk up and just like shoot them in the head and take all their
Take
stuff.
their
Like,
dog tag so you can report them. Yeah. I do want to point
yeah,
out
yeah,
that
it's like,
this is the new Arena Battle Pass shirt, and the gloves are, I think, Battle Pass too. But they could be just having those on for the models, just because,
yeah,
like, for
yeah.
whatever reason. But, like, yeah, I don't
It's
know, man. This is so weird. It's just weird.
well, like I said, when you add it all up, the fact they've showed so many lately, there's definitely something going
Yeah,
on.
there's
There's some
something.
reason they're showing all this stuff, which I guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah, like, why even show us that? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
We'll find out
Tarkov
right then.
11:15. So in like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And then that's back to the top of
And
that one. Back to the AS Val. And then to the most current one from 2 days ago, we have this one, which right off the rip, there's stuff to talk about. What was it? The handguard is new.
the handguard, it definitely looks like, because there's a similar handguard that has the 4 rails already, but if you look at the where it connects to uh, that is different. The design right there is different. Yeah.
Yeah, where it connects to the upper,
So yeah, so it's definitely
the lock for it.
not the same one that's already in game.
No,
Um, and then you look at the scope. It's a Leopold scope, but the mount looks maybe new because it looks extra
it
long.
does look longer than
I could be
normal.
wrong because there's some like 34 millimeter ones that I never
Right.
use, so I don't really
Yeah.
recognize and things. And then some of the scopes, like a 22x or a 24x that I don't
Right.
use, and it's like, so it could be something that is already in the game. I don't know,
I pick them up to
but
sell them, and that's about it. So as far as my knowledge goes with
yeah.
those, I don't. Yeah, that could be like the Night Force mount, and it just looks a little bit elongated. Um,
The
we
only
do
thing
have
I can
Leopold
for sure say
scopes.
is new is the handguard.
Yeah, the butt stock makes me wonder. You say that it's in game already. I just maybe I'm.
Yeah, it's the I know the name of it too. Is it the E-bus or no?
Oh, the E bus. You
Uh,
know what? It might be.
that might be what it is. Yeah, it's definitely in the game. I know it looks strange, but I know I've looked
The
at it.
rounded off like triangular shape at the top definitely screams E-bus. It's just this weird bit at
Yeah,
the bottom, but I think you're right. I think it is the E-bus.
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I don't really see anything too new. But this
No, it looks
rail
like,
was for the MK12, right?
yeah, it was MK12 rail, Daniel Defense MK12 rail.
So this could even potentially be, well, it's a 545 or 556 magazine.
Yeah, which if they put the MK12 in, it's multi caliber, but there is a 5.56 variant.
True.
But it's like coyote collared, and
Right.
that looks like you know normal.
Yeah, gunmetal
Yeah,
gray.
yeah. So, which I'm sure there's different collared versions. Like probably have coyote and black and gunmetal and
Right.
pearlescent and
Purple.
hearse.
But yeah, it looks cool. It could
Yeah.
be the MK12 stuff. Most
Yeah,
likely
it's
is.
weird they're showing that one off with only one new thing on it. That
Right.
is kind of weird.
It probably
Just
is
because
the
we know how they
MK12
are.
then.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably the big thing on it. And then
Um,
here's kind of big
yeah.
because what's the one thing we don't have as characters, and that is tattoo faces.
Yeah, we don't have that extra
And
step in customization with facial
well,
tattoos or anything like that.
and we know the direction they went with our arms and legs was tattoos.
Right.
Like you buy the frog stuff or the vacation stuff, you got tattoos.
Yeah. The Bear Nord, you have the really cool hand tattoos, and yeah, there's a lot. This has something to do with the Reaper, something about death. I can make out death and
Yeah,
one
yeah.
something
See the
something
site there.
in death we trust. I don't fucking know. Yeah, the scythe's there. And then you have like barbed wire,
It looks like
chain
it kind of
chain link.
spells something.
Yeah, well, it's like it's linked together. You know what I mean? It's like a barbed wire and then two links,
Yeah.
and then barbed wire and two links instead of like a
Oh,
braided
okay,
barbed
yeah, it
wire
is.
cord. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which who knows? Maybe that's an efficient way of making barbed wire. I don't know. But it's definitely barbed wire wrapped around the head. There's something to do with like the Grim Reaper and death and all this shit. It looks PMC-ish. It could be a new boss, right? But it would be cool if these are like prestige rewards, maybe.
I think these are just new faces, like new heads, because it's like we've had the same character heads for so long, and they all look kind of generic.
Right.
So it's like I would hope they would add some more,
Yeah, maybe
high
we're gonna get like a
defined
suite of
faces.
tattoos to pick and choose from
Yeah,
for
I
our
would
facial
imagine so.
tattoos as well. Like maybe we'll get a full customization option for our head, which would be sick. Choose your eye collar, and things like that, and just like
Yeah.
get some personalization and customization into
Well,
the
even if
character
even
creator.
if they don't go that route, it's like at least give us some new heads and
Yeah,
new
give me some head.
faces that have some of them got tattoos, some of them don't, some of them just look different. Like
Right,
because
right.
right now everybody looks the same.
Yeah, for the most part. You got the new bear, the new USEC. They look somewhat different from the others, but they're still pretty much the same. There's
Yeah.
no like real customization involved.
I don't know what it is about the way they do faces, but even the ones that are supposed to look different, they still look so similar. It's like something about their
Yeah,
characters are just weird. But this is the reason I think we're going to get like big changes is because those have been in the game since the start.
since the
Like
beginning.
they've barely
Yeah,
added new ones.
yeah.
Yeah. And they have not changed the way they look at all. So it's like if if you were ever going to do it, now's the time to do it. Give us some, multiple
Some
different
cool options. Yeah.
very different looking people. Yeah.
Wipe what you got clean. Give us some fresh. And then we
Yep.
have AS Valves, audio recording stuff. They're just loading a magazine,
Yeah,
chambering it
ASMR
around.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either ASMR or they're recording for like the Mod 4 stuff, which wouldn't make a lot of
Legit.
sense because it's
Yeah.
like they've already done it. It's already in the game, and that was the base AS file. So it's like,
Yeah, it could be updating sounds though,
it could be,
Could
yeah,
could
yeah.
have
The valve's been in the game
yeah,
for a long time. That's true.
exactly. Yeah. There's
Airdrop,
a Microsoft Flight Simulator.
yeah.
Oh,
And then this is cool.
yeah, very cool up in
So
here.
the first instant thought, micro MDR, right? Like, oh shit, baby MDR. I don't think that's the case though. I think you made a pretty good point with it.
Yeah, it's just a short barrel MDR,
Yep.
which is basically a mini
Yeah,
MDR.
it might as well be.
Yeah, and it could just be a whole suite of barrel sizes for the MDR because right now we only have one length. It's the one that comes in it. That's it. So this shows you can swap out the handguard, install this custom handguard that I would imagine is made for this gun and this gun only.
Yeah, specifically
Yeah,
for
because you can see
this
the
short
logo right
barrel.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, the logo's on it. So yeah, this is a uh,
Customization
perfectly made
option
part.
for, yeah,
Goes yeah,
specifically for
goes
the
from the factory
MDR.
with it.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah,
run the short
so it's
barrel,
like
you have to run this handguard.
yeah. So, but we all know how great the MDR already is, and if you're going to give us a short barrel that's going to increase our ergo, and I mean the ergo's already insane on that gun.
Yeah.
Imagine a 308 short barrel MDR
Dude, that would be nuts.
silenced.
I would be in love
Like,
with that. That would be insane.
yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, everything
And
from
this just makes me
the
excited for just new shit.
yeah, right, right. It just goes to show that it's not going to be just, a handful of new things. Like there is a bunch of new stuff coming. A bunch of new stuff. Um yeah, it's a full-size MDR in every regard except for apparently we're going to be able to swap barrel sizes and this is the handguard that you have to run. I would imagine that there's no other option. If you run the short barrel, you have to run this handguard.
Yeah, unless there happens to be like a few aftermarket ones that they also add. Maybe
Potentially.
there's one that is made for the gun and then a few aftermarkets maybe or something.
That's true. I mean, you could do like the MCX and cover a portion of the suppressor still. So, I mean, that is definitely an option. I like how the
Right.
mounts on there. It's the cantilever one, the M-Lock cantilever mount. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Here's BSG at work, I assume. He's in Discord call.
They work in the dark.
Then we have this, which is from, the one we watched earlier. It looks almost identical in most regards. It's got the high ceiling. It's very industrial looking. Um, I'm sticking with the ship, right? Like I don't see any reason not to. There's also a toolbox there, which tells us it's lootable.
Yeah. So probably means it's like OG game, not arena.
Yeah,
Um I would yeah, the look of everything just says ship to me.
yeah, yeah. I think so too. Um, there's the glass in the hallway and stuff too. I wonder, man, it really makes me wonder about the layout of the ship and makes me just question like what we're going to be able to see and do and how much time we're going to be able to spend on this ship and like can we actually explore and check everything out and like because there's a lot
Well,
of
here's what I
detail
wonder:
and there's a lot of stuff
if
getting put into this. Like it's got to be
yeah,
explorable.
well, if the ship is the ending, are we ever going to be able to go to the ship before the ending? Because that would suck if this much stuff is there and we don't ever
Locked
get to see
behind
it.
is something that only
Yeah,
2% of gamers are going to get done,
yeah,
right? So,
and that's
yeah.
what makes me think like it's going to be more accessible than just the ending.
I would
Like
imagine.
maybe it's something you discover, and when you use that ending, you use this, but there's also a way to just go there and like fight
Well,
and do things.
it could be too like, it's a map that we can go to. It's an area we can explore and do stuff on, and maybe there's some tasks that take us there to get us prepped and ready to do it. And then
You
Lightkeeper's like, "Oh,
you know
remember this
what?
ship that we've been on? Blah blah blah. Here's this idea that we have."
I just realized I that yeah, that makes sense. You know what the ending is? The ending is the helicopter coming down on the
Oh,
ship.
finding a
You're
way.
escaping through the
Yeah.
helicopter.
Yep. So
The
what's gonna
ship is
happen
not the
is
escape
you're
route.
gonna get
The ship
everything
is the
prepped and
map.
ready to get the helicopter there, I guarantee it.
Well,
Like,
I
you
think the
you gotta
ship is
prep
just going to be
stuff.
used as a new map.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
think it's
yeah.
just going to be used as a new location, a new map that you can go to whenever. But the escape is going to be the helipad getting to that,
Right.
which is probably only going to be accessible through like you said, through like Lightkeeper or something.
Go through Lightkeeper, complete a few tasks, prep a bunch of stuff to actually get the ship to be able to send the
Right.
signal out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the
Yeah.
signal
You got
prepped
to
and ready,
do a
and then
bunch of
when you
stuff.
do set the signal off, oh shit, a shit ton of USEC are here, and there's a bunch of this and a bunch of that, and you got to fight your way through and make it to the helicopter, and yeah, I guarantee it's something like that. That would make the most sense
Yeah.
because why put all this effort and work into something that 2% of the gamers are going to see, and it's something that you're going to be in on, fight a little bit, and out of. Sure, you want it fleshed out and you want it to feel alive and lived in, and you want that Tarkov feel to it, but you're not going to make 8 layers of explorable ship, right? Just for a small portion of the gamers. Like
Yeah.
they put so much work into this ship. It has been being
Yeah.
teased and prepped for a very long time. It would be insane not to utilize it in more than just an ending. But
Yeah. And they've shown it off so many times that they want people to actually know it's there. So it's like, why go so hard on something that no one's really ever going to see?
right,
And it always kind of made me like question it because I was like, it just doesn't make sense that
it
that's an
doesn't. Yeah,
ending. But now that I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, we did get pictures of the helipad and the helicopter landing,
right.
and it's like
That's
that
obviously the
makes a
way to
lot more
escape.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they can use the ship as a, because it's the route, to the ending. Now it can actually just be used as a place everyone can go, whether they're doing the ending or not.
Yep. I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Once you said that,
It
I was
kind
like,
of
okay,
clicked.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
because
it
it
did.
it doesn't make sense any other way. But we will see in 20 odd days or so. I imagine depending on how far progression this is locked, maybe it's something we can see on day 2 or 3 or 4 even. But most likely, I'd
Right.
imagine it'll take some time to progress to the point of being like, hey. Here's this information from this guy. You got to go meet up with this guy.
Well,
Here's Lightkeeper. Okay, well, Lightkeeper instead of prepping you to do all this extra work, now you're literally doing things on the ship. Like that's how you get, you know what I mean? That's how I see it progressing out. Is like you got to make it to Lightkeeper. Once you get Lightkeeper unlocked, he'll start instead of giving you busy work, like go do this, go talk to these rogues, go fuck around. He's like, hey, here's how we're getting the fuck out of here, and this is what we got to do. You know what I mean?
I could see, yeah, I could see it go two ways. I could see it where they make it a single player-ish map, kind of like,
Terminal will be like a co-op
yeah,
only.
like
Yeah,
Terminal is. Well, and that would make sense because it's like, then if you unlock Lightkeeper, you can go play it. Because otherwise, if no one else had Lightkeeper unlocked, you couldn't go play it because
that's
you have no
also
one to play
true.
against.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
yeah, it would have to be a single player. I could see it go that way, or I could also see it go as day one. We open up our map to select, and we have Icebreaker as a map that's selectable.
I
and
could,
it's just
yeah.
going to
I
be
mean,
another
that's
map.
absolutely an option. I wouldn't be too surprised either way, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it going both ways.
I think both can make enough sense. Yeah. Um. But yeah, we just get a quick look at that, and then the next cool as hell thing.
Yeah,
This guy's glove has tape on it. That's so fucking awesome.
awesome fucking
Yeah,
tape, dude. It
and the
we think it's
microphone.
electrical tape, but it could be duct tape, and if it is, then dude, we are so oh my god,
Yeah,
we're
at 1.0 ready. Well, and I bet the
goddamn
microphone
dude.
stand has the same tape on it too. Like that's just cool to think. Like if I wish they would show us.
That's asking for too much, though. Really, I
It
mean,
is,
they
but I
can
want
only
to
do
see
so
it.
much
I want
tape.
to see it, dude. I love tape.
I get it. No, I get it. I mean,
No, the table they're working on is brand new though, guys. It's really cool. It's got bubbles on it.
no, but
uh,
honestly,
yeah.
something very, very cool is notice the magazine that's going in this AR-15. This is a AR-15 based rifle with an AK-12 magazine going in it, which anybody who knows AK-12, you know that is not 5.56, that's 5.45. So that's, AK-74, little baby AK, like that's what they use. Look at that. It's got a charging handle just like an M4.
That's
It's
crazy.
very cool looking gun.
It
So
is really
yeah, it's
cool.
an AR-15 that takes 5.45 ammo.
Yeah, this is the
Rumor has
AK
it from
old
someone.
or AK-12 mag.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, rumor has it that it could possibly be a single fire only weapon. I hope not, but even if it is, it's still cool because we've never had an AR-15 that shoots 5.45.
We do know that it has a selector switch. It has the magazine release right here in front of the trigger guard. That is the magazine
Yeah, because
release.
we
There's
get
a
another
safety.
picture of
Yeah,
it
we'll look for
where
that.
you can see all that.
You can't really see it here. There's safety and there's a selector switch, but they load the AK-12 mag. They come back, and that is a charging handle, not like the AK charging handle that's on the side. So that was two things that were kind of a dead giveaway. That this is an AR-15 platform feeding 545. And then we get this quick look. I'm sure there's something here. There is a compass on his chest. Maybe they're fixing the compass. Who knows? Adam said we might get lightsabers. I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe though. Who knows? Um, this also kind of looks Black Division ish to me. Maybe. But it's also the
yeah.
countdown timer 23 days, 16 hours, 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 12 hours.
It's cool that they have a bar there too. Like there's just alcohol sitting there.
No, that's coffee. That's
No, it's
creamers and
alcohol. It
shit, right?
says Jim Jackson.
Oh, it does. And that's people having sex on the cover.
Yeah,
Look at the dick and balls on the microwave, though.
he's got a panda on his head.
Panda, panda, panda. Uh, no, this is
But
cool,
no,
though.
honestly, that clock says 23 days, but now we are at 20 days. So it's like
20 days, dude. Isn't that crazy?
it's fucking nuts, dude.
20 days from
It is
1.0
crazy.
official full release of Escape from Tarkov.
Dude, I was playing Tarkov when I started working at the drive-through
Yeah, that's insane. That was
years ago.
years ago. A decade, dude. A decade of waiting. More or less. Less,
Yeah,
actually. But,
yeah,
it's insane to think that we are so close to something and even closer to for the every day is just a ticking, just waiting. I'm
yeah,
like so anxious and excited and like I would love to have taken a break from Tarkov briefly just to come back like fresh-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I think I'm still going to be that. You know what I mean? I think I'm just beyond excited. I can't put Tarkov down even though, it's pretty dry. I've been just running arena, which I guess is a break enough from base game.
yeah.
And
That's
like
the other thing is it kind of is a break.
yeah. And then I'll hop on like with the cultist stuff happening right now. You know what I mean? I'm jumping in for that. I'm hunting cultists down and fighting them and just having fun with that. But I'm spending most of my time on arena just because one, it's a good time. Two, I can level and skill level and do everything and all that stuff. And then arena is just enjoyable for me right now. As well as the Sherpa Hub tournament coming up. I want to at least not look like an idiot when we play, and it's just kind of one of those things that it's really easy to just disconnect, play the game for a few hours, and then go about my business. It's not like Tarkov where it's like, even with me just getting on to have fun and dick around, I'm still like putting objectives to it and like, oh, I want to do this. I want to go to this map and like get around here and like marked rooms are buffed, so let's go hit those up. And like it's just like adding layers to it. And it's, this, oh, I want to survive. I want to kill cultists. I want to do this. I want to do that. With Arena, it's just like I turn my brain off and I just flip the switch and go, and it's nice. It's been really nice.
Well, it's like, and I feel like I wouldn't have took the break if this would have been like a normal wipe, and if I hadn't got sick for like those 2 weeks where I couldn't play.
True.
I feel like because I fell so far behind, dude. I just lost motivation because it's like
It's
anytime
fair.
I thought about hopping on, it's like I'm making everybody go do what I need to do, and it's like I hated being that guy. You know what I mean? Because I was always the opposite. I was always the guy ahead. You know what I mean?
Right,
It was
right.
like so that was the first time I was really in that position. And I was like, man, I was like,
Which that shit's fun
1.0
for
is coming
me.
anyways. Well, yeah, I know
Going back
you
and doing
like it,
that
but you
stuff
know what
is
I mean.
fun.
Like you usually had people with you too, and it's like then you have to make them do it too, and it's like it just it felt like if any time this was the
This is
time,
the
and
time,
it's like
yeah.
yeah, it's like so I might as well. Which you know I've been playing Tarkov about 8 years.
Yeah.
It's it's definitely a game I can keep playing without taking breaks because I've never done this before. So it was kind of accidental. So I can understand not taking one, you know what I mean? Because I very easily could have not took one.
Right.
I didn't have to do it.
Well, and
It just
it's
happened.
the optimal time, and yeah, it's better to do it
Yeah,
now
it
and
just
come
happened.
back next time you're coming back. You're right before 1.0 or right at 1.0, and it's all brand new stuff,
Well,
dude. It's so exciting. We are 20 days away from something that has been
over the
building.
last week, I've actually fired Tarkov up a few times and Arena and played both a little bit. So it's
Yeah,
like I have started,
just
which
getting the
I
feel
hadn't
for it
done that.
back. Yeah,
I went probably 2 whole months without touching the game. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
did not fire it up, did not turn the launcher on, nothing.
Yeah, I feel that.
So
20 days, dude. Less than
20
20 days
days.
now.
20 days,
Yeah, we are
dude.
so close. This is exciting. This
That's like
says,
2 stretches of 10 days at a time.
yeah, yeah, 4 stretches of 5.
That's even crazier.
It is. The next scene is this says, Arena Cup Series 5. So, they just finished 4 not long ago, and 5's either just started or starting up now. And then there's this screen in the background, which
Yeah, I think it's very
speculatively
interesting.
speculatively speculate oh my god. Speculating on it, kind of thinking the first thought was um shit. Seasonal character and persistent season or Jesus, persistent character and seasonal character. Um but there's like a third box there, and there's like I don't know. There's a lot going on here that I can't really tell too much, and I'm not entirely sure.
Well, BSG, they do this stuff on purpose. They show these pictures because there's something there.
Right.
We've already learned that. Like a normal picture can have a lot of information and that you just don't see until you really look. And it's like I feel like they're showing that because there's definitely something there. We know that we don't have any menu in game right now that shows that. You do not have any kind of thing that shows two characters at once unless you're looking at your mannequins in the hideout. But then you're not in a menu, you're in your hideout.
Right.
So the only thing this could be would be a new character select menu. And like you said, there might be a third box there, and that might indicate that they'll let you actually have multiple characters, maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe that's the spot for your Scav life when Scav DLC comes.
That's possible
Maybe that's
too.
your seasonal character, your main character, and your Scav life character. And you can like when you load up, you choose which one you want to play. Like,
That's
are you
entirely
wanting
a possibility.
yeah, his stash, or his stash?
Right. The other thing that just popped in my head is this kind of looks like the arena screen, right? When your character select.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it
Kind
does.
of. So I mean, there's a potential chance it goes there.
Oh, it does. You're
Yeah,
right.
it may
You're
just
right
be
because you
like
can't have
an updated
multiple.
arena. Yeah, you have all your breakdowns.
Yeah.
But what doesn't make sense is that's not what it looks like for the empty character slot. This
No, and
could
the
be
empty
showing the
character is on the other
gun.
side.
This could be showing a loadout thing. Yeah, and it would be over here. But then immediately after this, shit, I went too far. screen switches to this, and I don't know, like, okay, is that now that I've selected
Yeah.
my character I want to play, this is what I'm seeing, and this is like, but I don't know, is this a new arena thing? It's hard to tell. It genuinely is hard to tell on
Yeah,
this one.
that one's much more bland. Like there's
Yeah,
not
yeah, it's very obscured,
not enough definition there to know what's going on.
right? And then another really sick thing going on that we have no idea about, but we have guesses and speculation to make, is this room right
Right.
here. Um, I guess with our first thought, like immediately it was, is this like our new hideout? Is this what we make our way into? And this is like showing us, actually maybe this is like on the outside looking in. Not obviously we're inside a building, but I mean like we're looking towards customs or looking towards woods or factory or streets or something like that. And this is just like a generic thing that we always see when we load into our hideout. Like this is what we,
Right.
that's
And
the view we get every
that's what I
time.
was thinking, like above ground, like hideout, like
Yeah,
adding rooms upstairs. Like we have our door and we have the one that goes into the cultists, but we have the other door that actually leads up.
right.
Could this be what it leads up to?
And this could be rest area, and as it expands and evolves, it turns into more and more and more, because like this could, I don't know.
Oh, is your seasonal character going to be in the bed when you're not using it, or is your scav from Scav Life going to be like laying in your hideout when you're not
Oh,
using it?
you know what,
Is that who we
that's
seen in the
entirely
other picture
possible.
that was
Yeah,
when they were doing weights? Like one was lifting weights and one was sitting beside
right.
it. Is that what we're seeing? Is our
When you're
multiple
working out, you
characters
see your
sharing the
seasonal
hideout?
character and your persistent character, and whichever one's working out is the one working out, and whichever one isn't is just chilling there.
Yeah, or even like I said, even our Scav Life, because Scav Life is
Right.
coming immediately after 1.0. Nikita said, so
Yeah,
that would be
it's the
something they're
next
already
DLC
working
that's
on.
popping off. So, I
Yeah,
mean, and that's the thing too. Again, calling back to what you had said earlier, we don't know. This shit could go anywhere,
no,
and we don't know how deep they're
yeah,
going with it. We don't know how, intensive they're going to take it. We don't know anything. Like we are. This is all pure speculation. We have no information on anything we're seeing here. We're just making guesses,
no,
and something. Sometimes things come together and start to make sense, and they kind of stick to the wall, and we can piece it together off that. And then sometimes it's like this, where it's like this could be anything. This could just be an extra
yeah,
room that you walk into, and that's a dead body laying there that you can loot. And this is the
yeah,
new crack house layout. You know what I mean? This could be a
yeah.
new
Honest first
interchange
thought when I
layout.
seen it, it was that's Crack House, and you're looking at the backside that has that little building, right there by the end of the map. You can't go past that, and then you got your
Right.
fence on the other side. Like that's the first thing I thought of, and then I was like, well, wait a minute, the room layout doesn't match. There's someone on the bed, and the ceiling looks weird.
Yeah.
And then when we were talking, we realized, well, that building's kind of in the wrong place from where the
Right.
window would be. So it's like,
Yeah. We wouldn't be able
and
to
then we
see
started
it.
talking, well, Woods also has a similar fence and thing that runs, because you go from customs to factory to Woods, like it's all connected. Like
See
so,
smokestacks.
all the
You see a
fencing
bunch
looks
of
the
stuff.
same.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just, but this definitely looks like a lived-in room. You got posters on the wall. You got computers on the table. It looks like you
Right.
got a dude laying in the bed. You got chairs, couches, cords on the floor. Like it definitely looks like it's a highly detailed room. So it's either hideout or it's like a cutscene from where there's a trader that lives here, and you go in here to talk to the in-raid trader. Like something's going on here.
Yeah. That was another thought. Was a potential in-raid trader here. I mean, this could be Fence. This could be, who knows. I don't think this would be Fence. That's just who came out first. I don't know. At first, I
Right.
was like
But that might
therapist,
be the
but
person in the
I
bed.
don't think so. I mean, yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I'm excited to see what it turns out to be, and I'm kind of genuinely hoping it's hideout related, because I think that would just look really cool. I think that would be awesome to be able to walk into our
Maybe.
hideout and like explore it
I
like
just
this,
thought of
like have it
this.
this way. Yeah, what's up?
Maybe it's like, because we've seen like vehicles and things. Like they've showed like that one truck we seen the one time. We've seen the four wheelers. We know about the BTR already. Like you can already pay like cars to take you, out of car extracts. Maybe you can get a car and you can drive around and you can pull up like you can in GTA, like to the side of the road if there's like prostitutes out there. They'll get in your
Oh,
car and you can bring them back to this place
drink
and you can
coffee,
go over there on the bed.
hot coffee, dude.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you could like play like Clue, But yeah, that too. You know, drink coffee.
Well, I'm just thinking hot
But
coffee is
I
really
want to play
good.
Clue.
I want to play Clue too.
Yeah,
We do need a couple
but you know, it's
prostitutes
just
to
a
play
thought.
Clue.
Just a
No,
yeah,
yeah.
just a thought.
I mean, I have no idea how we would get a board game like Clue and Tarkov, but I'm sure they've thought of that already, so it'd be okay.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, seriously, like unless they're reworking Crack House and like we get some major changes, this is not customs. The ceiling, the walls,
yeah.
none of this is Crack House. This is at all.
It'd be kind of weird for them to remake it after they just did a remake of
Right.
Customs. You
Yeah.
know what I
Like,
mean?
oh, we forgot to change Crack House. That just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Woods on the outskirts, potentially, like a building that you go into for your hideout, quote unquote, maybe. Who knows? We'll
Or
see.
over by the new area where the BTR takes you.
Yeah, this could be by Depot. That's true.
Yeah, Depot. Yeah.
This could also,
Yeah.
that's another
But
thing too, is this could be one of the rooms that we haven't seen in Depot yet, and this is where like the food vendor is, or something like that. Who knows?
yeah, completely.
But then again, as we get closer, man, that is very detailed and very close by.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
is this?
That's why it definitely looks like you're in a room that you can walk out of. Like that looks like you're in the world that you're playing in. Like that is a
Yeah,
place to go.
yeah, I think so. Maybe this is a new lootable room. On a map that is changing a lot, and we
Actually, you know
don't know
what?
about yet. Is this Lighthouse?
Those buildings, those buildings do not.
They don't look like factory. They don't look like
Uh,
streets. They don't look like interchange. They don't look like
well,
customs.
if if you were really
Oh,
on Crack House, you would not see those
that's
buildings.
true too.
Those buildings are not behind Crack House.
Is this interchange expansion?
Ooh,
Because
that's possible.
interchange butts up to the
Does run that?
town
Yeah,
or whatever, right?
and it runs that fence. That
It does run the
they do have
fence.
some of that
Yeah.
fence on interchange. Yeah.
And we have the map town or suburbs or whatever it was going to be
Actually,
coming to the game, and we
I just
know interchange is
well,
getting a rework.
I just want to point this out real quick. Every map has that fence. I'm
They
pretty
do.
sure.
I'm
I'm
like,
pretty sure there's some of that. Yeah,
Labs has
I
it.
know it's on Shoreline. I know it's on
Labyrinth, Labs.
Customs. It's on
It's on
Woods.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's on every map. So it's like
No, it's not on Lighthouse. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
um
On the up at the rogue side. It's what
oh
separates
yeah,
us
there
from
is
Woods.
pieces of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's yeah.
yeah, there's broken pieces of it.
It's definitely on
Yeah, it's on every
interchange.
map.
It's on customs. It's on streets.
Every map except Labs and Factory. Well, no, it's on Factory.
It's on factory.
It's on Factory.
It's on
On the outside
labs.
places
It's on
now.
labyrinth. It's everywhere.
Wait, it's on Labs and Labyrinth?
Yeah, you've never seen a wall in labs? You didn't see the
Oh, you're
fencing?
talking about okay, yeah. I was thinking about the other ones.
Oh, the regular
Yeah.
fences. No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
they're
walls,
yeah. Yeah, I got it now.
house fences.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it is everywhere except for those couple maps.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I think this might be like an interchange expansion, and it kind of leading into, hey, here's the suburbs or town or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
could
that
be.
little place is, because it's supposed to butt up close to it.
Well, it's definitely not the crack house now. It's for sure
No.
not, because that's not what it would look like from there.
Oh my goodness.
Even if the crack house was remade, that's definitely not that. Okay, here's a better look at the AR.
Yeah, I wanted one more quick glance here. That's a lot of detail onto that next part. I don't know. All right, moving on. Yeah, this is the CGNL 545, whatever they actually call it, but
Yeah. The 545 AR-15 we seen earlier, and here's a better look at it, and it looks awesome. You got a tan AR-15
before we move too
shooting
far in,
545.
another reason why we know without a doubt this is 545. Gas block versus gas tube. This has the AK innards. That is a gas tube. It does not have a gas block. So we have the AK innards, literally the layout of an AK, and you can see it in the build design. There's the magazine well into barrel, and then there's the upper half of the, like, you can see where it's expanded for the gas tube to fit in. And there's clearly a gas tube right there. So without a doubt, 545 M4. And if you look up the gun itself, the CGNL 545, it's there. Uh, so what? Yeah, dude, and it looks like you were saying ready to say. It looks sick.
Well, it looks very, very similar to the AK-545
It
that they added the
does.
single shot one not too long ago. Like it just looks like that with the AR-15 body, and it's just
M4
it's really cool to
furniture.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing a 545 um, M4 basically if it's got full auto. We hope it does. Here you can see the switches we were talking about earlier, where
Yeah, I went too far. There we go.
what's that?
This
What's that switch right there? Right there.
that I'm circling,
Yeah.
that would be to attach the handguard.
Okay.
It's probably, if I had to guess, when you drop that down, you can loosen it. You see how the bolt head comes or the screw comes through. The screw
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see underneath now. Yeah.
tightens the
Well, the
clamp.
only reason I was wondering because it looked like it was all one solid piece, but now I see
Yeah, it separates,
there
and
is
then
a
you have
little,
the connection here. So essentially, you would
yeah.
unclamp this, loosen it, pull the pin out, and the handguard would release essentially.
Okay.
But here, God damn it, I did it again. We can see the
Mag
magazine
release.
release. Yeah, mag release,
Yeah.
safety switch, selector switch. It could
Yeah, and
be.
just
Go ahead.
well, I just want to say the only reason I had said it was single fire is because someone who had pointed out what gun this was, and I had read their comment. They had said this was a single fire AR-15. That could be true, but there could be other versions of it they don't know about. Because
Right.
all civilian versions are going to be single fire,
Correct.
but this could be a
Military issued.
actual military version. Yeah, and I don't see why it wouldn't have full auto. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And we already have single fire AKs and stuff like with the AK
Yeah,
545
like I
and
said,
things.
that
Why
the
why give us a brand new
AK-545
body?
it would be exactly the same
Yeah.
as that gun. Just like yeah, it's cool. You can put
M4 parts and
M4,
make an M4
which
ergo build with AK
most
bullets, but
AKs already have like compatible parts where you can
right,
throw
you
an
can switch
M4,
to
you can throw
pistol
an
grip.
AR-15,
Yeah.
yeah, pistol grip, and like they all interchange on
Yeah.
like the the only difference would be you're really throwing like for the first time 545 stuff on an M4.
Right.
It's like we've already been able to do the reverse of that and throw like AR-15 stuff on a AK. Now it's kind of the reverse.
Yeah. But with the selector switch, so mag release, safety, selector switch. There's a single fire, and then there's another one over here, and then that's just logo. So I assume if at minimum, I would imagine it goes burst, single fire to burst,
Right.
which would be fine too. Anything
I'd
to
be cool with
increase that
that. Yeah.
fire rate. Yeah, I would like to see a burst rifle that can be utilized better than what we have currently. But I just knowing there's a safety switch already, this doesn't. This tells me it's a selector switch, not just a fire on off, right? Like
Well, even if they
unless
do
they
give
have
us
two
the like
mag
civilian
releases,
version, well, that's what I was going to say. Is even if they do give us the civilian version, and like even if the selector switch just is locked off, like it's still there, it just doesn't have the ability.
right?
Like I'm fine with it. It's still
Yeah, it's still
cool. It's
really
still nice
cool.
to have the first AR that shoots 545.
Yeah,
Like I'll take it.
yeah. I think it'll be cool to
But
to chamber 545 rounds with a charging handle like that. I think that's really interesting.
exactly, yeah. But it'd be great to actually have it as a viable weapon for
Any
anything, like
situation,
for
right?
not just early game but late game, and have it just be a top weapon where you can actually have a great 545 like non AK.
Yeah. And this build that they have on it doesn't say to me single fire.
Dude,
This screams like this is an ergo machine. This is something you're going to be taking into like D2 labs,
well,
places
that's
like
what I was
that
going to
to fucking
say.
fight it
Can you
out.
imagine? Can you imagine what the stats are going to be on this thing? How
Insane.
great the recoil and the
Yeah,
ergo are going to
especially
be?
since you can fire things like 7 and 40 and PPBS at Golnick and like all these crazy rounds. I mean, sure,
Yeah.
5.56 has those too to a degree, but like 545 is just more iconic in my opinion. It's like it's a staple for Tarkov. 545 is just sick, and to be able to yeah, like you're gonna have really good recoil, really good fucking ergo. This looks like an ergo monster.
This will be the top 545 weapon.
Well, and
like,
think about
I
this
guarantee
too.
it.
This is just the AK-12. You could put the 60 round P mags in here and everything else.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yep. You put all the different 545 mags in it.
This thing looks sick. I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. It just looks cool.
Yeah, it does look really cool.
This looks really cool.
This is awesome. Yeah, so new boss animation. Check this out.
Yeah, this is... Oh, my goodness.
God damn, I got chubbed up again, dude. I didn't mean to.
Back that thing up.
If I motherfucker want you back the thing up.
Yeah. This is Killa's new dance move he does after he kills you. Right there. The pelvic thrust. No, this is honestly another one of those things where they're just doing weird animations with characters, and it's like, it's just starting to become like norm. Like they do it all the time.
They're just memeing on us.
Yeah, I think so. I think part of it might just be them just being weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're right back to the beginning. So those are the Nikileaks.
A lot of cool things in the Nikileaks. That took us an hour to get to the Nikileaks.
Like, yeah, I mean, well, we had 2 to go through, and they were both loaded with stuff.
Yeah, they were all packed with stuff.
And like, sure, we went on a couple tangents, but I mean, and realistically, we don't have a lot to talk about this week, so that's perfectly fine. There are a couple things that I do want to go over. I guess first and foremost, with the Arena Season 1 Battle Pass, we're hearing a lot of complaints and a lot of like, oh, BSG took it too far. And then in the same sentence,
pay to win, pay to win, pay to win.
But in that same sentence, turning around and praising Arc Raiders for everything it's doing and how it's doing it.
Yeah, let me just put it this way real quick.
Go ahead.
Arc Raiders was designed in third person, specifically so you can see your character's skin. They're doing that so they can sell skins. The whole game itself is centered around monetization. Now, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, they can do that.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
But don't get mad at Tarkov for adding a battle pass that gives you all the good stuff for free and then has a paid option if you want extra.
Right.
Yes, you can call it loot boxes if you want, but you know what? They're earnable in-game. You can earn them in-game and buy as many of them as you want.
Just leveling the battle pass, you get a bunch. You can take your battle points and turn them into crates. You know what I mean? And then if you do buy the tactical map, you get some battle points to put towards it, as well as unlocking battle points and crates through the tac map. There are so many extra ways of gaining these things. And if you just play the game, again, it's like, it's easy enough.
Yeah. Now, and that's just to say, you could do everything that you want except the tactical map. Without any money, as long as you have Arena already, you can do everything. Like, and then I'm sure all the good stuff in the Battle Pass is going to come to the base game with 1.0. There's going to be not just one version of the IEMs. It's not going to be the only one. They're going to put several versions in. There's going to be different ways to get them. The new weapon, the newer AR-15, there's going to be a lot of new weapons. Like, all that stuff is going to be the norm once 1.0 hits. With Arc Raiders, that game is not going to give you everything for free. You're going to have to buy like specific currency. There's like 2 different currencies in there. And like I said, that's fine. But I just want people to be honest here.
Right.
Arc Raiders is not free. Arc Raiders cost money already. And then the whole game is centered around selling you cosmetics. It's centered around not only selling you cosmetics, but you can buy different versions, different colors of each cosmetic.
Yeah.
So it's like, not only are they selling it to you once, but you can buy different colors of it too. And then there's also a battle pass.
Right.
So it's like
monetized every way around.
Yeah. And like I said, it's third person game for one reason and one reason only, and that's to sell you skins. Now they're going to tell you, because they've already come out and said, no, we feel like the game plays better in third person. It's the atmosphere feels right for third person. It's like, no.
Bullshit. There's
one reason and one reason only, and that's so they can sell you skins. Everybody knows there's a reason there's much more first-person shooters, and people enjoy first-person shooters more. It's like if they really wanted to have a better game, it would be a first-person shooter
all day long.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a third-person shooter. I'm not saying people can't enjoy Arc Raiders. I'm just saying be honest.
Yeah, that's the
You're
main
not
thing.
upset about the monetization. You just want to jump on the bandwagon of criticizing Tarkov, because if Tarkov was doing what Arc Raiders was doing, then you would have a complaint. You would have a
fire.
reason. Yeah. And I would be okay with it, because I think that's kind of gross. But that's also why I think Arc Raiders is kind of gross.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it from the get-go, but they're putting it out like that's not what they're doing. They're acting like, oh, it's for gameplay reasons. No, it's not. I've played Arc Raiders. I have probably, I don't know, 50, 60 hours in it, because I've played all the betas. I've seen it from the start. This is what it was always intended to be. Even in the playtest, they always had the currency and the battle passes.
You could
and all
buy
that stuff was already
skins
there.
and everything else in the betas, dude. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You just couldn't buy the currency yet because the game wasn't out, but you will be able to buy the currency. You already get extra currency if you buy the premium version, and you get extra skins. That's all the premium edition is just more skins. So I just want people to be honest. That's the economy of Arc Raiders is skins.
And look at the two companies
and it's going to be
that are running it, right? Like, you have BSG, who have tried to sustain the game off of a single time purchase, and good on them for doing it as long as they did, but they need money to make things run. Their company is expanding, their team is expanding, the game is expanding. You have Arena, you have base game.
The game's been around for 10 years.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of stuff that you have to support, and they're finally getting to a point where it's like, hey, here's a free battle pass with all the rewards that are worthwhile. Here's a $15 fucking extra bonus sheet, and then here's this fun little gambling thing that you can earn for free in game. Granted, you can spend money, and sure, it's easier to spend money, but you don't have to by any means. The only thing you have to spend money on is if you want those Miami brushstroke shirts and a couple other generic rewards, and that's through the TAC map. The gun, the IEMs, the things that people are calling egregious and pay to win are free in the battle pass. Do you have to buy Arena?
And all that
sure,
stuff,
big deal, but you get a free battle pass every season. Like, I don't understand how people.
We've known that,
about that.
We've known that,
right? That's nothing
we've
new.
known that you had to have, and it's no different than when they put things online, when they put things on the website.
Yeah, it's exactly
no different than that. You had the option to buy it if you wanted to. It's not going to affect you if you don't. And like I said, I have nothing. I'm not trying to act like I'm hating on Arc Raiders. It's just right now, Arc Raiders are getting ready to launch in like 3 days, and all you see are creators who constantly criticize Escape from Tarkov when they do any little thing that involves monetization, but they're all praising Arc Raiders like it's the
fix to
most
gaming,
the
like
most
amazing thing out there.
Yeah,
it's one of the most egregious money hungry games there is.
Yeah, like they couldn't do any wrong. Like they are like the perfect devs, and there's always a reason that a company makes a game, and it's to make money. For Tarkov, I can't really say that, because I feel like a lot of Tarkov is passion.
Yeah.
And I feel confident in saying that. Like, I'm not stretching the truth. I feel that's the way I feel. I'm not saying it to make a point. Yeah, that's what I feel. When I think of Tarkov, I think of passion.
Sure.
When I think of Arc Raiders, I think of monetization, because that's what the game was centered around. And like I said, once again, not trying to hate. It's okay that that's the way they want to do it, but be honest about it. Don't be a player from Tarkov who throws a fit anytime Tarkov does anything, and now you're overplaying Arc Raiders. You're partnered with Embark, and you're acting like that's the greatest gift to gaming. Like, just be honest.
It's Nexon Studios. They do the same thing with all their games too.
Yeah,
it's obvious from the start. We knew what it was.
Nexon is a company that has a reputation for selling like in-game items. Like, that's what they do. That's their games are full of stuff like that. And they're known for that. Embark are great developers. They used to develop for Battlefield, and then they were EA DICE. Well, guess what? That's not the same anymore. They were bought out by Nexon. Nexon owns 73% of Embark now.
76.
So it's not the same old company that it was. Now, like I said, once again, that's fine.
Just be upfront about it. Don't blame Tarkov
Yeah,
for trying to keep a sustainable economy alive when you're praising a game that is as money hungry as
exactly.
anything else out there. So
Yeah, when they've, obviously implemented way more things to get money out of your pocket than Tarkov ever did.
you have to buy
And
the
that's the main
game and
thing.
then turn around and buy skins, and if you want more than that, you
Yeah.
gotta buy the battle pass.
Buy currency.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you got to buy currency. And it's
yeah,
like, there's just
yeah.
so many things. And we still don't know exactly how all of it's going to work. But
We'll
like I
see
said,
soon.
I've already
3 days.
seen plenty of skins. And then each skin also has customized versions of that skin.
Yeah,
Like one skin has like a bunch of different colors of that skin. So it's like taking the same skin, just recoloring it and selling it too. So it's like, you can see it's set up. The faces are set up for,
yeah, that's true too.
because if you buy this one, you get like a bruised face that has like cuts and bruises on it, and it's like another face has like band-aids on it, and like hairstyles. Everything is set up for selling. You're talking faces, hairstyles, helmets, backpacks. Backpacks have an attachment. They have a keychain attachment, and they have like extra attachment. Some of them can be like a bedroll. Some of them can be like a satellite. Some of them have like just an antenna. Like all that stuff is set not for gameplay reasons. It's for selling cosmetics.
Right.
None of
No
that
other
needs
reason.
to be there. That is all for cosmetics. And like I said, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
I've
if
said it a million
that's
times. That's
what
fine.
you want from your game
But
and that's the game they want to develop, that's the world. That is fine. That's
yeah,
perfectly normal.
but stop bitching about every time Tarkov does something little.
Right, right.
Because if you're cool with other companies doing way bigger, then you're not really bothered about Tarkov doing it.
You're just
You just know
bandwagon.
it's the cool
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, you just know it's the cool thing to jump on them and just talk shit.
You know what we call
And
that?
I'm
Dick riding.
what? That's right. Or Rick Dyden.
Rick died.
I like to call it Rick Dyden. But yeah, I mean, I just honestly, right now, you know it's about to get 100 times worse, because as soon as Arc Raiders launches, it's like, you're going to see all your favorite creators, all your people from Tarkov that hate on Tarkov anytime it does something. You're going to see them all praising Arc Raiders and praising, just the company, the Embark.
And
And
before
I just
you
want to inform anyone who's listening, like know the truth, because it's not what they're telling you. Hold your streamers accountable. Let them know that you know what Embark's doing. You know what the whole goal is of the
look
game.
at the partner
But
list.
be okay with it. Be okay with it. But just stop going off about Tarkov.
Yeah.
If you're going to be okay with that, you got to be okay with Tarkov doing what they do.
Yeah.
Just be equal. Be honest. Okay, sorry.
And you can look at the list of who's partnered with Embark and stuff like that, and it's the same creators that are going through Bash and Tarkov right now. They're being we don't have to continue. Anyways,
No.
so
Well,
BSG
last
monetizing
thing.
their shit
One more
is not
thing.
a big deal. It's not something that you have to be up in arms about, especially when it's not that bad. They haven't done anything egregious. They haven't done anything wrong. And, like Adam said, all that stuff's going to be added to 1.0. All that stuff's going to be in base game, available through someone other than Ref, or maybe they'll just find a way for you to unlock Ref, and they're like 11 GP coins for the IEMs as it is, so it's not even expensive. It's like people are overreacting, as they typically tend to do.
Yeah. And that's what I'm pointing out here. It's not, like I said, I'm not hating on Arc Raiders. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of people that will throw a fit anytime Tarkov does anything, but all they've done is talk how great Arc Raiders is and how they're doing it perfect. Like they're the real battle royale. They're the people doing it the right way. And it's like, if those things that Tarkov did bothered you, then these things have to bother you
Yeah,
with
you
Arc
should be
Raiders.
way more upset with our graders.
Yeah. And it's like, we've been able to see that it hasn't been that way, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
They are Nexon, who owns them, is a South Korean game developer and publisher that goes out and buys a lot of studios, and then they maximize profits. And that's kind of like a Tencent. It's like the South Korean Tencent.
It is.
So that's what people are, promoting. And it's like, they just need to be honest with you that they're okay with that. So next time they say something about Tarkov, remind them that, wait a minute, you're okay with it. So why are you talking about Tarkov?
Yeah.
That's all I'm pointing out.
Yeah.
Not hating on Arc Raiders. I understand people love it. I had fun playing it. I've played a lot of it. But I'm also honest about it, and it's 100% a cash grab. That game is going to be filled with microtransactions.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be
It
surprised
already
if it's
is.
even worse than it already is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to get way worse.
Moving on though, because we can talk about these kind of things all day long, and we have plenty of times, and we will continue to do so every time it happens, I'm sure. Um, we are in the midst of the quote unquote Halloween event for Escape from Tarkov. And it's essentially just a re-release of previous events. Like on customs, you can hear zombie noises, which I don't know if we're getting zombies back for like, maybe Halloween or something, or 2 days of Halloween, or I don't know. That may even be a stretch. But what we have had
I
happen
doubt it. Yeah.
is the cultist spawn rate is higher, and the cultist bosses are back. Um, so we're pretty much,
Yeah, not the cultist priest, the actual cultist
yeah, like
bosses, like
Oni and those
the
guys.
three that run around. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the three that run around like the goons.
Um, so obviously going to customs and shoreline with the increased spawn rates, looking for them, hunting them down. I don't know if we'll get anything more to it than that. I'd imagine with all hands on deck for 1.0. I would just imagine that's probably all we're gonna get for the
Yeah, I doubt
Halloween
it.
event, which is
20
plenty
days
fine.
away to 1.0.
Yeah,
I don't see much more happening.
no. We just got the
I
new
did
season
see
1 battle pass
someone.
too, so it's like you guys can play arena in the meantime if you're really bored with Tarkov. Like,
Well, and someone posted on Twitter earlier that they had noticed bosses were 100% for a couple days or something. The times they played, bosses were 100% or something.
nice.
So they were asking, like, is that a new event? Like, is it actually? But I didn't see BSG comment anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about that either.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, and if that's all we get for the Halloween event, I'm perfectly okay with that. I mean, they didn't have
Yeah.
to do anything at all. In fact, I'd be fine if they didn't do anything at all.
Nikita said if they done anything, it's going to be something easy.
Yeah.
So the fact that we had already talked about they need to bring the cultist bosses back, they did it. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
This is 3 weeks left, until 1.0. If they left it like this for 3 weeks, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they give us increased marked room spawns, right? So PvP is back to, even if it's not a lot of players on doing it, which I disagree with. I think there's still a pretty decent number of players running marked rooms. Because every time I go
There's
to
always going to
dorms,
be.
every time I go to reserve, like there's
Yeah.
PvP action the whole time, and it's great. PvP has actually been a lot of fun lately. Going in dorms and just fighting, a 2-man, a solo, a 2-man, and then somebody pushes you in third parties, and it's just like, oh shit, like it's feels alive again. Where there for a minute, it was just kind of like, oh, I'm running my raid, I might run into
Well,
somebody, and
I have a
I'm out.
feeling. I have a feeling it's going to get. It's going to be pretty dead
Yeah, I
these
mean,
next
expected to
week
be
and a half,
so
two
too.
weeks. But yeah, that's because obviously what you're playing for right now is you're playing just to get everything wiped.
Yeah,
Like everything you get right now is going to get wiped. And you had Battlefield 6 came out. A lot of people playing
right.
Battlefield 6. You have the Battlefield 6 BR is coming out in 2 days. A lot of people are going to be playing that. And then you have Arc Raiders dropping on the 30th, so
Yep,
3
3
days.
days out from
So
that.
basically, that's going to take a lot of players away.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I mean, it's
But,
into wipe anyways, which already players
yeah,
fall off as it is. It gets pretty
yeah, that's
pretty
what I'm
dry.
saying. You already have people not really needing to play because everything's getting wiped, and then you have Battlefield, then you have Arc Raiders. It's just all that together is going to make the game. It's going to make it less crowded. But here's the other thing: Tarkov has a huge player base,
Yeah.
so it's still not going to be dead.
Right.
Like you're still going to be able to. You're not going to be like, oh, I can't get a game in. Like you're going to be able to play.
Yeah, queue
It's not
times
going
have
to be
still
dead.
been finding lobbies hasn't been an issue. Um,
The few raids I've played, I've been in within a couple minutes.
yeah, even on maps like Lighthouse and stuff, I've had no issue getting in. Um, but yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like, be happy that we got anything at all for the event, and just ride the wave until 1.0. We're so close, guys.
Yep.
Just patiently wait. Go enjoy some other games. You got 3 weeks. Go have some fun. Do some stuff. Go fucking do some chores. I don't know. Find something to eat up your time, because in a very short amount of time, it's like all hands on deck. It's time to play the game. We have been waiting so
I
long, and I
went.
am so fucking excited, dude. I cannot wait.
I went and replayed Grand Theft Auto 5, completely beat it, and now I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4. It's like I've been doing weird shit, but it's like as soon as 1.0 hits, I'm on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what it's going to be. In fact, I would almost assume day one is going to be really hard to get into. I don't know. Maybe they've learned some stuff from previous updates for new patches and stuff like that. And at the beginning of a wipe, there's a huge influx of players. Maybe they'll open up some more servers and give us some more options for the first week or
Well,
two and see how that
if
goes.
you remember, the last couple wipes have been fine.
They
Like
have
the
been really
start,
good. Yeah, that's true. They have
yeah, they I have not had any issue like updating. I've not had any issue getting in. Before that, dude, I would sit on the launcher on
forever.
wipe day
Yeah,
for hours just trying to download the update,
true.
like because everything would be down.
Right.
And then when you finally did download the update, you would get in game and you could not get in. Like everything would crash, the servers would go down constantly. You would start to get in a raid, it would just crash again.
If you could
Like
even get in a raid. I
it
mean, there
used
were
to
times
be,
where you would sit for
yeah, yeah,
30, 40 minutes before you just decided to back out and try some other map.
yeah, and it was a given. Like you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like that's always what happened.
I would expect a lot of that should be in a much better place. Like you said, it's already not been bad the last few couple wipes, so
Yeah, I've been so surprised how the last couple wipes have went.
I just hope they're prepared for
Um,
the number of players that are actually going to be on day one because I think it's going to be more than any wipe has ever seen. Not only have they been giving a bunch of accounts away, but they've like built the Latin American side, they've built the Japanese side, they've built, all these things to like these massive communities in every country that their game's in. I just hope they are expecting a bigger influx than normal.
right.
And I imagine they are. I would say they're ready for it. I think they were pretty confident with this one. It looks good. It seems
Yeah,
good. I think we're in
absolutely.
a good spot. But yeah, I don't think we'll have any issue. I think it'll go smooth.
Well, the only way I see us having issues is if they get, way more people playing than they expected.
Right.
Like if way more people jump on 1.0 than they expect, then obviously yes, server capacity won't be there. But Nikita said that they already spend millions of dollars a month on servers. That's crazy, but they do millions.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, think
insane.
about it. Like it makes sense though because like one server, if you want to rent out like a DayZ server, you're talking 150 to $300 a month depending, and that's just one server running one game mode, running one
Right.
map.
You add
If
in
you
two
go,
games, all these
yeah,
countries, all these
all these
players,
different modes,
multiple modes. Yeah.
PVE, PvP, then you also got your hideout that's always on its local server because it's always online. You got like there's so much shit and so much data that Tarkov transmits. So you need very good servers. You can't just get normal
You
servers.
need
You
a
got to
lot of
get
them.
high quality.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like it makes sense. You could easily. I think the estimate they gave one time, Nikita said it was like 2.5 million per month. So
how dare they want to make
makes
money?
sense why they need money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that is everything I have for this week. Is there anything else you want to add?
Um. No, that's pretty much it. Um. One last thing about Nexon, if you want to know who they are, the publisher, just go to Steam, look at the Nexon games. Almost every single game they have is free to play and filled with transactions.
Yeah,
So I just want you to know, like, they already have a Arc Raiders type game called The First Descendant,
yeah,
which is a third person looter shooter on Unreal Engine 5.
loaded with money.
And it's a person versus robots and stuff. It's kind of crazy how similar it is to Arc Raiders. But, anyways, it's free to play though. But once again, it just sells a ton of microtransactions. They
Yeah,
have Counter Strike Nexon, where they bought the rights to Counter Strike, and they turned it into a uh, zombie MMO FPS
yeah, yeah. That's right.
with PvP,
I
PvE,
forgot about that.
yeah, zombies. Yeah, it's like
Loaded with
just
monetization as well.
understand that this it's going to be one of those games that they're trying to get every penny out of you they can.
For sure.
Don't let any streamer tell you otherwise. So
That is 100% accurate.
Yeah, I just want people to be honest about it because I've heard a lot of people lying lately.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair, and I think that it's something that communities should consider and think about pretty heavily. Honestly, I mean, it's like, do you really want to build your community off of a bunch of lies, or is just the money more important? I don't know. I can't speak for content creators. I know my choice would be pretty straightforward and simple. I am
Well,
already like heavily against heavy monetized games, and I just do not play them. I will not play them. I don't want to be involved in some pay to win, money hungry cash grab. So like for me, it's a no brainer. I just wouldn't do it. But
well, and to answer the criticism, because I'm sure if there are probably a few people hearing this, and they're probably instantly thinking, well, yeah, right. If you guys were big enough, you would be like signed with Embark too. You
I
would be
wouldn't.
like 100% doing the same thing, and that's the thing is no, we
I
wouldn't.
would not. No.
And yeah, I wouldn't either. And we've always been like that about any game that's like that.
Boys, I
Like,
wouldn't even
yeah,
play
if
fucking Warzone because of how monetized it was.
well, here's the thing. Like, if they offered me money and I said yes to play it, yeah, that would be fine. I would do it. But you know what? I would still tell you the same thing. I would
Yeah,
still
I'm not
be
gonna
honest
lie
about
about
it.
it.
I wouldn't be complaining about Tarkov and then lying to you about another game. Like, that's the part that upsets me. That's the part that we don't agree with.
Yeah.
Is people clearly understand that one's worse than the other, but they're not putting that out there. They're acting like it's opposite. That's the snaky part. That's the sketchy part. That's just there's no reason to do that.
No,
Like, you don't have to do that.
not at all.
And here's the other thing. I don't know this for sure, but I feel like a lot of these people are going to talk a lot of people in their community into buying the game and playing the game. And it's like, and in about 2 months, when Embark is no longer partnered with them and they've made their money, I feel like you're going to see a lot of people just drop off and start telling the truth about the game.
Yeah.
And then they're getting their bag, but then after they get their bag, that's when they're going to speak up.
Yeah.
Um, but like I said, just be prepared for it. It's going to be crazy this week. Once it does drop, everybody's acting like this is the game of all games. This is the best new thing in the world. Like I said, it is a fun game. I agree. It's fun. I've played it. I probably will play it again. I don't consider it like a awful game. I just don't like the way people are
Spreading
Tarkov
misinformation.
people,
Yeah.
Tarkov streamers. I don't like the way Tarkov streamers are turning their back on Tarkov anytime they do one little thing, and then jumping on Embark. Like it's the perfect studio that's dev studio that's never done anything bad. When you can clearly just look at what's in the game and see that it's all pay to win, not pay to win, but it's all
It's all cash grab.
monetization stuff.
It's
The
all
whole game
yeah.
is based around monetization. The reason you can see your character and it's not just like you're buying a skin. You can buy your face, you can buy your hair, you can buy your backpack, you can buy your collar of your suit. Like it's egregious. It's
Very.
over the top. Yeah, so that's what I'm pointing out. Like I don't want people to get the wrong idea like we're just being like dicks. It's like no. We just want people that share the same passion we do about Tarkov to hold Tarkov to the same standard that they're holding other games.
Yeah.
Just because a new game's handing you some money, you should still speak the truth about it. That's the last thing I'll say.
And that's fair, and I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I think that's, that's not asking too much.
No, I don't think so at all.
And it
Just
wouldn't be such a
being
problem if
upfront and honest
people
about
weren't
things.
going
That's
above
all.
and beyond.
Right. It's
Well, people are just going above and beyond. Like, you can tell Embark's paying good because people were just, like, going crazy.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a good game.
yeah.
But
It
it's
is
not the
solid.
like craziest thing in the world. Like, yeah, it's fun, but it's third person. I don't like that part.
Very
the PvP's
arcadey.
kind of Yeah, like it's fun. Yes, the sound design's great. I'll say it right now. Sound design is one of the
does
best I've
have
ever
really
played.
good sound design.
It's one of the best I've ever played, if not the best. I put it and Hunt Showdown kind of right there together. AI is great. The AI, the way they actually like respond and like all that stuff, great. It's perfect. But you know what? It still doesn't mean that I'm going to lie to you about the reason they're asking you to like buy the game is because they want you to buy all their cosmetics. And that's like I said, that's okay. Just be honest.
Aware of it and be honest about it. As a consumer,
Yeah.
be aware of it. As a content creator, don't lie to your communities.
Yeah.
Especially about things like that. But yeah, that's it for this week.
Oh,
We've been going for a while.
P.S. Embark, we're here if you want to throw us a little money,
Yeah, we'll lie for you.
After we said all that.
Yeah. I would take your money, Embark, but I would not spread any misinformation. I would just spit it how it
Yeah.
is. If we had to put a message out there, my message is just that though, and I've always stood on that ground. You know,
Yeah.
that's my thing. Is I'm against egregiously monetized games, and I'm just not okay with that kind of thing, and I don't want to spread that kind of thing towards my
Well,
community. I don't want my community members and people who like take my information and want to like utilize it and misplace their trust in me and misplace their the trust in the community, and just like it's just a slippery slope. It's a bad place to go down.
well, and just to throw this out here, 100% agree with everything you said. Battlefield Battle Royale is shadow dropping.
Oh yeah.
On the 28th. Now that's rumor because they haven't said anything.
Right.
They have acknowledged. I was in the Battlefield Labs playtesting. It has been being tested in there. So like it's real and it is getting ready to drop. So when it does drop though, it's free. So I will be checking it out.
I will too.
But it's free. Yes, they're going to sell skins and stuff like that, but it's free.
It's free.
You know what I mean? Like that's a big difference.
The BR
it's like,
game loop shouldn't be impacted by their cosmetics and things like that. So
right. But no, it is free. So if you guys want to check it out, you're not going to hear anything about it probably until the day it drops. So just be prepared. If you want to play it on the 28th, it will be out.
Keep an eye out, keep an ear out.
Yeah.
Join the Discord. We'll make a post about it once it drops and let everybody know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it on my end.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh.
Daisy has its Halloween event going on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but it's got some cool stuff. It always does every year. So yeah,
it's worth checking out. It's fun. Yeah, it's cool. It's interesting.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's it. That's everything now.
Yeah, that's actually it.
There's always like that extra thing. It's always something. You know what I mean? One of us is always like, oh yeah, this. But there's like, it seems like there's not a lot to talk about, and then we talk about everything, and it's like, well, wait, there was this, there was that. These things happened.
Yeah, it's like,
and there's like,
there's a lot of stuff actually going on.
Major points that we definitely want to get across, and then after that, it's things pop up that we remember, or we maybe just see posts on, or whatever it may be for the information to come to be. But it's still like we want to tell you about it.
Yeah. Kind of the point of the podcast, just shooting the shit.
Shoot the shit, spread some information that's not misinformation. And
we kind of lightly script it, at the beginning, go over what we want to talk about, and then we kind of freestyle it, as we get through it.
We love tangents. We're really good at that too. Just fucking rambling is fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode of Talking Tarkov, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so it helps us out tremendously, and it keeps you up to date with everything we've got going on. Whether it's our Monday podcast, Thursday's base game informative content and gameplay, or our Saturday arena uploads. So make sure you're clicking that bell icon so you never miss an upload. I'd like to say thanks to our subscribers, and a special thanks to our channel members. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider becoming a member below. We'll catch you next week. See ya.